Well, hello and welcome to the stream. Let's go ahead and see what we can get into. We're going to do a little bit of Art Bell. This is going to be part two of Harlot the Witch with saturated radiation beams.
Yes, are evil. Mr. Witchcraft. Witchcraft is not evil. Oh, okay. I'm not in a position I have a plan. I'm not going to use intelligence here. I'm not going to call you on him, but sir, please do me a favor. Listen, that's fine. In reality, what you're doing is not a problem. Okay? Please do. I'm not talking about that. Sir, I hope in the end that you don't, in a way. Let me understand. You have accused her of being fake. You're saying you're wicked. What are you? We practice a sort of nature worship, sir. Oh, boy. All she did was throw in some stuff from some Hollywood movies. Oh, please. Trying to get some propaganda out there. Oh, please. Maybe not. I mean, in a way, I understand what she's saying, and I'm not, believe me, a long way from siding with her. I understand. But on the other hand, you're saying you're worshiping nature, and you're leaving out God. She's leaving out God and making no bones about it. You're leaving out God and trying to suggest you're kind of in the middle. No, there is a God force. It's not like a physical being per se. Mr. Bell? Yes. I would just like to tell that gentleman I hope he goes through life before he dies believing it. I do. Like I said, there are going to be those who go to hell out of ignorance and those who go to hell with honor, and I'm going with some honor, and so are my people. I actually understand what you're saying. I do. I really do. You know, there was a time that I so much despised the Wiccans to the point to where even without being an enemy, even without ever setting themselves against me, and they were laying on the ground bleeding, I would rather dump salt to their wound and actually give them blood. But you know, in the general makeup of it all, they're silly. You know, at least. Yeah, I'm not here in America to try to Satanize America. That's not my duty. Duty lies within your own heart and with the general makeup of the things to come, just like El Nino. Yes, we better all stock up on food. This El Nino is the beginning of something even more grand to take place in the next 2 years. We have not seen hurricanes, and we have not seen the multitude of storms that are going to come down on North America and the world until 2 years from now. Just be prepared, America. Art is actually right. We better buy food, and we better stock up and prepare to make it the hard way, because this is going to be some hardships like I've seen before. Anything else, caller? The Wiccans have had this problem for years. Because people like her have always come out saying that witchcraft is evil and everything, and it's not. We want to help society better itself just as any other religion of the right-hand path does. Yes. In human nature for years, you know, I can almost understand this love one another, treat one another well, saying, you know, love nature, love the tree that's in your backyard. Yeah, we need them around. You best believe we need them around. But Wiccan isn't going to stop the destruction of this world. And by human nature ourselves, we are an aggressive, racist people. All right, I'm going to ask you both to hold it right there. We're going to break this coming on. We'll be right back.
Now, that's two boxes, two very different reactions. One, hey Art, I don't suppose you could open a cute, cuddly cat lover's line after your satanic guest leaves, could you? I need to hear something that'll take away the heebie-jeebies she's giving me. Yikes, she is scary. I mean, really scary. And so there's one who believes, and here's one who doesn't. Patsy's position is laughable. In order to be a Satanist, you first must believe in the same God Christians do. That immediately shows that Patsy has no awareness of the truth of the universe. Anything else she claims to know is so much fun. Patsy doesn't really have a problem with God. She obviously has a problem with Christianity. And expresses it as a total and complete rebellion against it, much as the most virulent anti-smokers are people who used to smoke. I feel sorry for her and the waste of this life and the package she most likely will never come after this existence. Art San
Very interesting.
Did you ever worship God?
There was a time that, as we all have a free agency and a freedom of choice,
Yes.
I decided it was time to sit down. For the first time tonight, I want to sit down.
All right.
Pull out a chair here. There was a time in my life that I decided to see if there was a chance that God could impact my life. And I went to a little church home, which is converted into that church that we want. I went there and I attended for quite some time. I went to one go a couple of times, I went to church and said, okay, here we go. I understand. You get going, Sean. Thank you. Just in order to see. And I went there and I learned, I attended for a month. I decided, well, let me see here. If I really do have a choice. Well, I did have a choice. And I went and I got before the place there where you kneel and after repentance of your sin and forth like that.
Very good and close to the phone.
Yeah. Repentance of sin, and I got on my knees in front of the was established there in the West of church. And during this process, I was asked if I was actually prepared to give my life to God. Make a, if you will, the ultimate sacrifice. Basically, a symbolic sacrificing of yourself in order to pick up my cross and carry it, if you will.
Yes.
I did that. And for a time, it seemed like, there's something here. As it began to evolve to the point to where I began actually talking to people about God and working with different youth and so forth and so on, I began to notice little things in my life began to be demolished. I mean, hard. And I asked myself, I know the devil, but this is going too far. I found myself in a state of heavy sleep one night. It was the strangest thing that I had ever encountered in my entire life, this day of sleep. I awoke, partially nude. My son hanging out. I'm laying on a sand, a kind of a coal, or ash colored sand. There was no trees, there was nothing there. And I remember looking over my left shoulder, and there stood an angel, a virtual angel. And this being looked at me on all fours in that dirt, in that sand. And quickly, the rise of a hand pointed upwards. I looked up and I looked into a light. most incredible light I have ever seen. And a voice, a virtual thundering voice, said to me, I would never forsake anyone, but you will forsake me. At that point in time, this is talks out to cliche here, a bolt of lightning came out of the cloud, and it hit so hard that I virtually bounced off of my floor out of the sleep state. I hit the floor hard. I was in a massive cold sweat. My entire bedding was, I could read the water out of it.
So you were virtually just told you were a Judas.
And let me finish if I may, please. After that, I still listened to church, but I began to go into a rebellious state within the church. I one time asked the pastor of that church a few questions right in front of the entire congregation, and everybody there turned their head and they looked at me with marvel. How could someone stand in their congregation and ask the questions that I asked? And pretty much my question was simple. Is God a liar? Doesn't God preordain everything? Well, as you can imagine, that didn't go over well in the church. And I was asked to leave. I left. For another few months thereafter, I still held on to a slim belief into the God order, I call it that sometimes. But it eventually became obvious to me that, no, you're not a part of it.
And you really regard everything God is as a lie.
And the reason I asked that at the time, could I explain? The reason I asked that at the time was because of those words, past, present, and future. And the scripture saying that we all have the basic freedom to choose, the freedom to live our lives as we see fit. But in the end, you are going to receive either an eternal torture or an eternal fulfillment in heaven. And I ask myself, if I'm God, which I at times do not have no problem putting myself in God's shoes, if I am God, would I have allowed this to happen this way? No, I would not have allowed it that way. And to read scripture and to see people praying and all these other things, I often wonder, this is not all, from God's point of view, if God is the liar and the conniver, and our master, Satan, is the way, the truth, and the light of the world for all to follow and to have a fulfillment on earth and in his own kingdom. It's complicated. And like I said, I wanted to dance any dance period as long as one thing happens, and that is that there was no exit from the dance floor. I have called many times here locally preachers, and I have asked simple questions. I had one preacher tell me right in this city of Salt Lake that my questions regarding Adam and Eve, regarding Cain, and what people on earth existed when Cain was told to leave and go into the land of Nod, whichever it was, and to there he would begin to bring forth life, but he would be marked. Marked for who? That he would be a criminal, if you will, wanted, different things. Who was there? Who was on the planet? There had to be other life forms. I really believe there had to be. And God permitting incest, the only way that the earth could be populated without the use of another life form on this planet was by incest. And therefore, we are all descendants from that of incest. And later down the road, When enough people got on us, yes, God changed his mind, and all of a sudden said, that's just no good. But it was good enough for him to populate the earth.
I understand. First time calling line, you're on the air with Harlot. Hi, Art. Hello, hi, Patsy.
Hi, Dexter, how are you?
Not bad. How about yourself?
Oh, couldn't be better this time.
Okay, well, she's telling the absolute truth, and there's no question in my mind that Satan is with her in every single way. Not only that, but there's one thing that she isn't telling you. Maybe she might not believe this. We'll see. Satan is here now. Satan is ruling the earth now. Okay.
Yes, sir. I agree with you.
This is Satan's world right now. This is Satan's hour. Not the law, but it is his hour. And one of the callers so far that have called in is, they're basically confused. She is prepared to die for what she's doing. She's prepared for her second death, and she knows it's coming. Okay? She is willing, and she's accepted this. She knows there's nothing that's going to change that. She is not saying that Satan is going to win. She has denied God. Okay? In doing so, she has forfeited her chance for salvation and her chance for eternal life. I would agree with that based on what I've heard. Okay, now, where the basis is when the devil was thrown down to earth was approximately 1914. But you know that before World War I, there was no precursor, there was no identifying factor that would say started over the assassination of one man. Okay, when Babylon was crushed, there was a mention. I've been trying to research this for you, but I haven't been able to before we got on the air. When Babylon was crushed, basically it was foretold in a vision, prophet to the king of Babylon at the time that 7 years, 1 year equaling, or 1 day equaling a year, that the beginning of the end would start. That equals to 2520. You minus 1914 from 2520 equals 606, 607 BC. That is the date which Babylon was crushed. Okay? This is, without a doubt, the time of Satan. And I'm on the other side. I'm a believer in God. I totally 100% praise Jesus' name. And that's what it is. Okay? I'm not going to be saved. All right, let her say something.
Oh, sure. Thank you, sir. Now, Satan has been on before 1914. I can guarantee you that. If he wasn't, well, I think you search scripture out and you'll find that answer for yourself. I agree with the caller. I agree with him 100% on a lot of few things. I do thank him. I do thank him kindly for saying those words. I will not enter the kingdom of heaven. Caller? Are you there?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
this is our time.
I find it very unfortunate.
May I?
Oh, sure. I'm just responding to that.
Okay. I find it very grateful. This is our time. But the events that are coming, there will be also another time.
Yeah, that's 1,000 years.
And when that time comes, our people will raise their ugly heads. And like I told Mr. Bell earlier, what Charles Manson did is putrid in every form. It's just a sick human being. We're not going to hallucinate. We're not going to have people just run out and do our dirty work. We are all going to do our dirty work. And when the evil begins, we will have mercy on no one. Many times in biblical history, God's people failed. God had to punish his own people time again. This time, that one, when this all takes place, they better be on the right track. Because
without a doubt. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about what you're saying in terms of that 1,000 years.
And if they're not on the right track, punishment that Satan's rule, when we do take our stance on this world, and even more than you can even begin to fathom what we're doing now.
No, I pretty much know.
Okay, I respect that. They had better be close to God, because believe you me, what's coming when that's marked, the only way you're going to be able to trade for food or survive.
Talking about the numbers.
Right, the mark of the beast. there's going to be a lot of Christians, and I'm not calling you Christians, please, I'm not directing you to okay, he's a Christian, and no, okay, understand. A lot of people who believe in God will be put to the ultimate test in that way.
Right, people have to die for that belief.
Exactly. Exactly.
Just like you, you're talking to the light, I'm talking to the darkness, okay?
And I welcome the conversation. I welcome the conversation, I really do. This makes more relevant sense to me than talking to a witch.
All right, well, you view her then as the real McCoy, sir. I said you view her as the real McCoy, that she believes what she is saying. Take a look at her words, Art. I mean, like she has already lied a few times in terms of she comes from a long line. She would now be referring to the fact that her reincarnated by her parents would have been surprised at the fact that she was going to
Denial. Denial, sir, because they couldn't live with the fact that it was actually affecting them right there.
Can I ask you one question before I go to another caller?
Yes, sir. That's right.
Okay. My question is to you. From which line do you come from in terms of, if it's not your birth parents' line, from which line do you come from?
My mother's side of the family. It is my mother's side of the family. I said that, maybe I didn't make myself clear, but it was my mother's side of the family, not my father's. It was my mother's.
And because it is my mission to do so, I do pray.
Hello?
I'm here. Yeah, do you hear?
Pray what?
Because it is my mission to do so, I do pray for you, regardless of what you want.
And sir, let me tell you, it won't happen now. Maybe it will not happen now, sir. You are my enemy. If this was the day of the apocalypse right now and everything began, I would behead you.
All right, we're going to have to hold it right there. Patsy, Harlot, hold on. There will be more. From the high desert, I bet you don't have anything like this before. I am reminding everybody, and I guess I better do that before I run out of time. There's going to be a book signing, the only one I'm ever going to do, for the book called The Quickening. It's going to be Saturday at Barnes & Noble at 10 a.m. in Encinitas. Actually at 1040 North El Camino Real in Encinitas, California. And I'd be more than happy to sign a book for you. And hope to see you there. That'll be at 10 a.m. We'll sign books for about 10 hours. My advice is be there early based on what occurred before the last time. I would say be there as early as possible. All right, this should be interesting. Howard, listen to this. Dear Art, welcome back, Art. It seems to me that Howard has solved herself and identity crisis. We think that hell is a one. It is an excuse for all the wrong she has caused in this world. How do you react to that?
How do I never say this word? I have called. I mean, all my sins, all my actions, and all my dirt cheap. Done dirt cheap. I and I alone will suffer the consequences thereof. Mr. Bell, I for years have been asked that question, and people just don't seem to be able to grasp the fact. Now that fact that I am able to boldly state my damnation. I am not guilty of crisis. I am guilty of my words, guilty of my actions. I am guilty of the sentence to eternal death. Said and done, and I really accept it. I have had a lot of traumatic events in my life that have, yes, they have swayed me in one way or the other, like the death of my son. Now,
Sure.
but just because of the death of my son, I don't hang this, okay, God, it's your fault. The death of my son was meant to be. I wake up sometimes, Mr. Bell, with a longing for my baby, a 12-year-old child that was taken away from me by my husband, who I am no longer with. By his hands, he took the life of my child, and I will never forgive him. He is no longer on this earth now, and I will never forgive him for that act. But it's not, that did not thrust me into this satanic belief of mine. This is something that I longed for even as a child. It was my birthright. There was a time when me and my brother, I'll never forget this, we were on a trip one time, and he was praying to God, and we were young, Mr. Bell, and I got down on my knees, and my big bro, years older than I, and so forth, and was looking at me, and I was sitting there, and I said, my little prayer, and when I got through saying it, just out of nowhere, I went, hell face, and he jumped up off the floor, and he looked at me like, what? And I looked up at him, and I just said, I don't know. And I ran and crawled in my bed, and I threw the covers up over my head out of embarrassment. It was something I didn't even plan. It was something that was just so, it just happened. Bang, right there, it just happened.
Here's another fact. This is the most important question you could ever ask the harlot.
Ooh.
Ask her, how will God, in the end time, smite Satan, the devil, and all his followers? She will not know the answer.
He will smite us down in the end. When the angel comes down from heaven with the keys in his hand, those keys will be the keys of the bottomless pit.